holding a lecture. Because I want everybody to be aware what the consequences are of not acting on climate change right now. I want that everybody is aware of the urgency of the reason why we are standing here. Let's go back 3 years, 2015, Paris. It was an amazing opportunity for all the leaders of the world to decide on how are we going to stop climate catastrophe. And they talked and they talked and they managed, and it was actually pretty spectacular that they found a way to agree with one another. So that was Paris, but then Trump got elected and we got this weird lavender sniffing dude in the Senate, and suddenly climate denial is in fashion. I mean, can we not have this discussion right now? We've got 10 years to solve this crisis. So maybe our leaders are not exactly the people who are the most rational and trustworthy people we could have elected. However, we still had the Paris Agreement, right? Everything was going to be okay. Well, the big problem is that a lot of scientists actually agree that the agreements in the Paris Agreement are not that likely to add up to a 2-degree warming of the climate. Instead, when you calculate these through, they're more likely to end up at either 2.7 degrees or 3.4 degrees of global warming. This would already have very dramatic effects on our environment, on our living conditions, on our food supplies, on the sea levels. So, yeah, that's a bit shitty, right? We're not going to end up at 2 degrees, oh no. However, the countries that have made voluntary commitments to commit to the Paris Agreement, these commitments are already falling way too short. And even worse, the government actions of the Netherlands, of France, of America, of every country that's living on the earth, these actions are actually the opposite of the commitments that they made to Paris. So Paris already falls short. The commitments in the Paris Agreement are also falling short to that. And then the government actions are basically the opposite of what they're doing. We are in the midst of a climate crisis. We are in the midst of climate breakdown. And all what we are doing is closing our eyes and marching on like nothing is happening. And our leaders, they're telling us, yeah, you should take shorter showers. You should put a new light bulb in your lamp. But how on earth can we save the planet if our leaders are failing us? If our futures have been stolen by the people who are supposed to be protecting us? Our parents are betraying us. Woo! Boo! So yes, fast forward to 2019. There's Greta Thunberg, there is the school strikers, there is Extinction Rebellion. Can we all sort of appreciate that Extinction Rebellion has been spending 2 weeks of actions that hasn't really been noticed by the news? Sorry. There is an enormous momentum building up. People are realizing that we have to take our future in our own hands. We cannot trust our leaders to save us. We are the only people who can save us right now. And that's why we are here today. We are here to fight for our future. We are here to take back our future. We are here to strike until these people can no longer ignore what our problems are, until they can no longer profit from our deaths. So let's all together, collectively, raise this momentum, kick their asses, and save our planet. Thank you.